Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I'm going to be playing 4 Against Mars. Quite a few things since the last game, if you've been following along. It always pays to go back and reread the rules. Main reason for me is I play a lot of solo games, and so honestly, I've got about 50 different rule books running through my brain at any time, so I do make mistakes. The thing for me is, I don't care. I mean, if it's a really bad mistake that would have really made a big difference in the game, I might go back and replay the game. But typically when I find I make a mistake, I just run with it and I try not to make that mistake again. So why am I telling you this? Well, I missed a few things. For example, bosses, giant robots, and weirds, anything really that is called a major enemy. Minions and vermin are minor enemies. Major enemies, anytime they get below half their health, they do a morale check unless the description tells you otherwise. So there is a chance that bosses will flee, things like that. The other thing I totally sometimes forget, not always, is bosses, robots, and weirds, when they drop below half their health, they drop a level in complexity, so it's easier to kill them. Finally, the other thing I caught up with is Blake, my criminal. The first time he makes an attack, anytime, it's called an ambush attack. He is +3. After that, he goes down to +1. That's huge for me. So I've got to remember that. Let's see what else. I did find out from the last game I played. My mission last time was to kill 3 bosses or 3 weird, or any combination of that. I killed 2, and then I made it back to the safe house, and I thought that was the end of the mission. Missions can go on. It's just you can go back to your safe house and then go back out and try to complete the mission. So knowing that, what I'm going to try to do today is I'm going to try to do 3 things. 1, I'm going to try to kill that last boss to fulfill that mission. 2, I'm going to try to kill 2 more minions so I could get 1 more level up, and that hopefully will level up my last 2 survivors to level 3. Right now I've only got 2 that are level 3. So let's get going and see how this plays out. First thing I'm going to do, my survivors are moving to the cottages. Let's see what we encounter. That's a 6 minus 1 is a 5. No encounter, roll on the special features. You may search the area after resolving the special feature. Alright, the special feature is a D6. That's a 4. Plot twist. You may play a subplot of your choice as long as the conditions for that subplot apply. All right, so subplots, just so you know, and I'm going to do this, they are these little side missions that you can take. They are interesting. Let's see if I can find them real quick. Subplots. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Okay, here we go. So subplots are on page 56. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 in all. Let's roll a D10. Let's roll a D20, and I'll re-roll anything 10 or higher. Rolled a 17. Let's re-roll that. I wish I had a D10. 19. Let's re-roll that. 13. Boy, I need this dice and some other. 4. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Madman. All right, so I am going to take a subplot for the next game called The Madman. I'll have to read up on it. I don't want to take time to do that right now. So I have a new mission. It also says I can search, but I'm not going to do that because sometimes that brings up a really dangerous enemy, and I don't want that too close to my safe house. So instead, I will move forward. And by the way, that reminds me, another thing I realized is there's this rule. Let me read it to you. Here we go. Nope. Things to remember. Sorry, I will find it. It's right here somewhere. I remember seeing it. Random layouts, area type. It has to do with the role of whether or not you, when you flee or what have you. Okay, here it is. You always roll, for patrolling enemies, you always roll one enchants when you move through an area that you have already visited. So I think I've mentioned this before. I track my path, and the reason I do that is anytime you move back through an area that you've already been, you have to roll the d6, and on a 1, you encounter a patrol, and then you roll to see what that patrol is. So I just want you to remember that because I'm gonna track my path here. Restaurant. Let's see what I encounter at the restaurant. That is an 8 minus 1 is 7. I'm subtracting 1 because I'm in what's called the safer area. This is the gray and this is the black. So gray area is 0 modifier. Black area danger is +1. I rolled an 8 minus 1 is 7. Roll on the minions table. All right, so let's go to the minions table and roll a d8 to see what we will be fighting. 4. d6 plus 1 reptilians. That's 6 reptilians. All right. So fighting reptilians. And there are, how many did I say? 5 plus 1 is 6. And they are level 4. And it says roll a d6 every time a reptilian takes damage. On a 1 to 4, nothing happens. So I'm going to make a note. Damage 1 to 4, no damage. Okay, on a 5 to 6, the creature's hard skin turns the blow and the damage is ignored. The ability does not apply to laser attacks. On a 1 to 4, nothing happens. On a 5 to 6, it's not no damage, it's 5 to 6, no damage. 0 damage. All right, so let's do this. All right, so I'm going to have the ambush is always the first thing that happens. So Blake has to go first. He rolls +3. 4 plus 3 is 7. That's enough to take one of them out. Kara is +3. 6 plus 3 is 9. This is an exploding die, which means I get to roll it again anytime the 6 comes up. So 9 plus 5 is 14. That's enough to take 3 of these out. The reptilians, they can run. So let's see if they run. It's a 1 to 3, they run, and they do. So there is another minion gone. Let me get a paper towel to wipe this up. And that is that encounter, and I got number 9 here. All right, so they're back to the restaurant, and that was a minion encounter. I'm going to cut over to the school. Remember, I'm trying to fill up my minions and find a boss so I can level these guys up and get them back to the safe house so they can recover. All right, let's see what we encounter here. That is an 8. An 8 on the encounter chart is roll on the minions table, but double the number of minions in gray. This is the gray area. So let's go back to the minions table. Roll a d8. I rolled a 6. 6 is 2d6 grays, and I have to double this. 8, 16 grays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. Once again, I will let Blake go first, but let's see something. These are armed with stunners and hand weapons, so standard damage, and they are level 3. Oop. Level 3. All right, so Blake will hit automatically, so will Kara. And everybody will, because they're all +1. Oh, no. Riley and Sean have to roll at least a 2. Okay, so Blake will roll and add 3. That is a 7. That's enough to get rid of 2 of these guys. Kara steps up. She was +3. 5 plus 3 is 8. That's enough to get rid of 2 of them. Riley steps up. He is +1. 6 plus 1 is 7, and you keep adding. 7 plus 4 is 11. That gets rid of 3 more. And then the doc steps up. He is +1. 5 is enough to get rid of 1. This is not enough to trigger a morale check. It's not more than half. So these 8 means everybody will take 2 attacks. The rules tell you have to distribute the attacks evenly. All right, so let's do Blake. Blake's defense is +1. You have to beat the level, which means I need to roll a 4. So Blake needs to roll 3s or higher for these 2 attacks. He did and he did, so he takes no damage. Kara is +1 as well, so she needs to roll 3s or higher. And she does not. That means she takes a damage. She's down to 8. All right. Riley needs to roll. He's +1, so he needs to roll 3 or higher. He did on 1, but he failed another, so Riley's down to 5. And Dr. Shaw has alien armor. He gets +2, so he has to roll a 2 or higher. And he did, so he takes no damage. No damage. All right, the ambush phase is gone, so Blake is just back to +1. 4 is enough to get rid of 1. Now we're below the threshold. I roll a dice on a 1 to 3. The rest of them flee. And they do not, so we got to keep going with this. All right, so Kara steps up. She's +3. 3 + 3 is 6. That's enough to take care of 2 more. Riley steps up, +1. 3. That's enough to take care of 1 more. And the doc would be nice if we rolled an exploding 6. He's +1. 3. So he takes care of 1 more. There are 3 left. I will have them attack everyone but the doc. So once again, Blake is +1, so he needs to roll a 3 or higher. He does. Kara needs to roll a 3 or higher. She does. And I should have had the doc go because he needs to roll. He's got +2. I'll have the doc go. He's +2. He has to roll a 2 or higher. And he does. All right, so no damage. Blake steps up. Needs to roll. He's +1. That'll do it. Kara steps up. +3, which is an automatic hit. 3 + 3 is 6, and that gets rid of the last 2. That is the final minion X. So I've got 10 of those, so now I can try to level up one of my characters. I have been trying to level up the scientist for I don't know how long. Let's get him leveled up. I need to roll a 2. He's level 2 right now. To level up, I have to roll a 3 or higher. I did. All right. Thankfully, the doc now goes up to 6 health, and he is level 3. And by the way, you can download, I don't do it every time, but you can download the latest character sheet. The link will be in the video description below, and you'll be able to get probably the latest one, which will be probably the one I upload after I finish this game. I'll update the character sheets. All right, they go back to the school. We got the minion. The minions are done. Let's wipe those off. And we start over there, and we've got one more boss we need to encounter. Let's go to the stadium. All right, what do we got here? 4 is a special event, and then you may search the area. So the special event, roll a d6. Roll a 5. Mental Onslaught. A powerful psychic wave burns through the team's brains. All characters must save versus HCL +2. Well, the highest character is 3, so an HCL of 5, Mental Blast. All right, so let's pull them over here so I can track this. All right, so HCL, the level is 5, and it's a meter beat when you do a save. So scientists add half their level, so he's +1, and everybody else is just a 5. So you have to roll a 5 or higher. So let's go with Kara. She does. Now it says if you succeed, nothing. If you fail, you get 1 insanity point. A character rolling a 1 must immediately save again or gain a second insanity. So insanity points, you can trade them in to take 2 health instead of 1 insanity. But when you lose enough insanity equal to your level, I believe it is, you lose all benefits in combat, like your plus values. So insanity, let me just double check this. When a character receives 1 insanity, you may opt to lose 2 points. When a character has more insanity points than his level, okay, so it's more, not equal, the character loses, I was wrong, the character loses the ability to explode dice. So you get enough insanity points, and you can't use exploding dice. So Kara is safe. Blake needed a 5. He got it. The Doc needs a 4 or higher, and he got it. And Riley needs a 5 or higher, and I got it. They all made it. Wow, that was... I don't think I've ever done that before. All right, so that was the special event. Now, it says I can search. Let's do that, because sometimes the searching is cool. You'll encounter a boss. So the searching is on page 54. You roll a d6. I rolled a 6. I can find a clue, find a random piece of alien tech, or play a subplot. Well, you know what? I will take the clue. And I already have 3 clues, and accordingly, I'm not going to do it for this one. You can cash in 3 clues for what's called a clue. Okay, you can cash in 3 clues to discover a secret, and there are a number of secrets. They're usually one-offs. Once you burn it, you're done. So I just got another clue, but I have 3, so I have 4 now. In my next game, I'm going to try to remember to do that. All right, they were at the school. Let's move them to the stadium. I think they were. That was nothing there, or was I at the? I can't recall. Anyway, I think they just had something at the stadium. So let's go to the town center. Let's see what the encounter is there. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 on the encounter table is minion, but double the number if in gray. Okay, double the number. So let's go back to the minion table. Roll the d8. That's a 7. 2d6 planetoids, and remember, I doubled the number. 4, 8. Okay, plantoids, not planetoids, plantoids. And I have 4, so I have 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plantoids are level 4, and they begin by shooting a gas-propelled projectile, L4. So I have to make a defense against an L4 attack before this thing begins. All right, so a defense attack. Kara is +1, and I remember I need to beat a 4, so I need to roll a 4 or higher. I do, so Kara's safe. Blake is also +1, so he needs to roll a 4 or higher. He does not, so he takes a point of damage. Riley needs to roll the same thing, 4 or higher. He does, so no damage there. And the Doc is +2, so he's got to roll a 3 or higher. And he does. All right, so there we go. All right, the ambush. Blake will step... Well, no, you know what? There is no ambush because it got the first attack. All right, so Kara steps up, +3. 8 is enough to kill 2 of these things. And the plantoids do not run, and they do not chase. So there's no morale check there. Blake steps up, +1. That's a 6. That gets rid of another one. Riley is +1. That's a 4. That gets rid of 1. And the Doc steps up, +1. 4. That gets rid of another one. So 3 attacks, which will be against Kara, Blake, and the Doctor, because he has the alien armor. Each one of them needs to beat 4. So Kara needs to roll a 4 or higher. She does not, so she's down to 7. Blake is also +1. He needs to roll a 4 or higher. He does not. He's down to 5. Let's see. Riley steps up. No, the Doc steps up. He's defending. He needs to roll a 3 or higher, and he does, so he takes no damage. All right, Kara up. She is +3. 3 plus 3 is 6. That takes care of another one. Blake, +1. 3 will not do it. He misses. Riley is +1. Misses. And the Doc, +1. Hits. There's 1 left. It will attack... it'll attack the Doc. He's got to roll a 3 or higher. And he doesn't. Oops. The Doc is down to 5. All right. Kara steps up, +3, and kills it. All right. So that was a minion. So I get an X on this one. The Doc will heal everybody 1 health. So that goes back, and she goes back to 8. Technically, I think she should be at 9 because I think I forgot to add 1, but I'm not going to go back and review the video. She'll stay at 8 for right now. Okay. Let's see. They were at Town Center. and that was a minion. I am going to jump over to the monument. The encounter is 4. Let's see. 4 is a special event you may search. Okay. Special event, roll a d6. 3. A civilian NPC asks the team to complete a mission. Well, let's do it. I've got another missions, I guess, can be saved up because they can carry on from game to game. I'll roll for that later. Well, let's do it now. Let's go ahead and do it now. Let's see. The missions are on page 69. You roll the d8. I hope it's something other than search and destroy. It's a 4. Scientific expedition. So, science expedition. All right. All right. So we got an NPC here. And if I go to the factory, I'm going to get an encounter. There's always a chance of heavy Martian presence here. But you know what?
Check out the new RPG and Wargame Newsletter. Each week, the tabletop engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.
If they show up with a Martian leader, which I still don't know, I never got an answer back yet. I posted a question about what a Martian leader, a Martian psionic, and a Martian scientist are. I don't know what that means. So I tell you what we'll do. Do I want to take... Let's go to the labs. I want to find a boss. I don't want to deal with an alien base. This is basically what you're encountering. All right, so let's roll it. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 on the encounter table is a minion. All right. We'll roll for minions again. Page 80. Roll a d8. That's a 7. Plantoids again. But this time I don't have to double their number. I didn't roll that this time. 10. Well, might as well have doubled the number. Plantoids. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are level 4. And remember, they do that plant attack. So I don't get to ambush. It's a level 4, so she needs to roll a 4 or higher. She does not, so she's down to 7. Blake needs to roll a 4 or higher. He does. Riley needs to roll a 4 or higher. He does. And the doc needs to roll a 3 or higher. And he does. Excellent. All right. So, Kara will step up. Plus 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. That's enough to get rid of 2 of them. Blake steps up. Plus 3, or plus 1. That's 5. That's enough to get another one. Riley, plus 1. 5 will take care of another one. And the doc, plus 1. 7. 13. 14. That will get rid of 3 of these. There are 3 left. They will attack Kara, the criminal, and Doc. So once again, 4 or higher. Fails it. She's down to 6. Let's see. Blake is also 4 or higher. He failed it. He's down to 5. And the doc is plus 2, 3 or higher. He makes it. All right. So Kara will step up. Plus 3. 8 gets rid of 2 more. Blake is plus 1. Just needs to roll a 3 or higher. And he does. That's it for the plantoids. I get another minion check. They will heal up. She goes back up to 7. And they go back up to their maximum. Okay, let's see. They were at the labs. All right. They'll go to the river. Why not? Let's go to the river. This was a minion. And roll to see what we get. 7. 7, I believe, is minions. 7 is minions, but no modifier. Okay. What do we get? 5. Venusian floating brains. D6 of them. 4 floating brains. The brains are HCL -1. Well, my highest character is 3, so they are level 2. All characters must resist an HCL1 psionic scream assault or gain 1 insanity point. After this initial attack, Venusians will fight with tentacles. There's a 1 in 6 chance of having a useful piece of alien tech. All right, so the first thing I got to do is resolve its initial attack. HCL -1 is 2, so they all have to make a 2 save. Scientists are at +1, so everybody needs to roll a 2 or higher, except the scientist who needs to roll a 1 or higher, which is easy. So, Kara makes it, Blake makes it, Riley makes it, and the Doc makes it. All right. So after that, after this initial attack, they fight with their tentacles. Okay, so let's do Kara. Kara is +3. That's 9. 6 + 3 is 9. 2 × 4 is 8. Kara wipes out those brains in 1 shot. And that's how you do it. And that was another minion. All right. Let's go to the condos and see what's there. Just sort of wandering around. This was a minion. And that is a 10. 10 not modifier. 10 no modifier is a weird or a robot. But either one of these will count, I believe. No, it won't. On a 3 to 6, it's the weird. Yes. All right. I have a weird. Let's see what it is. Weirds are on page 82. You roll a d6. I rolled a 3. Bioengineered giant cat. Large cat. I think I've fought one of these before. It's a level 5. 6 life. 1 attack. 2 damage. 4 and 6 of surprise. Let's see if it surprises me. It does. So it will get the initial attack. Great. So Riley's ambush, or Blake's surprise ambush attack does not happen. All right, I'm going to have it attack the Doc. I mean, he's got the best armor at +2. He's got to roll it's a level 5. So I have to roll a 4 or higher. 4 or higher. And I did. All right, so the Doc is okay. All right, let's kill this thing. Kara steps up. She is +3. And a 4 does not do it. Criminal, +1. 7. Exploding. 7 + 3 is 10. That knocks off 2 of these life points. Riley steps up. He's +1. 4 does not do it. And the Doc is +1 and totally misses. Large cat does 1 attack, 2 damage. It will attack the Doc. I need to roll a 4 or higher to defend. I do. The Doc is like, I got this. Kara, +3. That's a 4. That's a miss. Blake, 5. That's enough to take a damage off. Riley, +1. 3 misses. And the Doc, +1. 4 misses. It will attack the Doc again. Doc needs to make a 4 or higher. He does. Doc's not afraid of cats. Kara, +3. 9. No, 6 + 3. Yeah, 9 + 6 is 15. That's enough to kill the last 3. 5, 10, 15. And that's how you do it. And that is a weird gone, which means I get a roll. My level 2 character is Riley. He is level 2. He needs to roll a 3 or higher to level up. And I got it. All right, so Riley will level up. They're all level 3 now. And 3 is 6. 4 + 3 is 7. Okay. So, assuming, I think I was at... I was at the condos, I think. I can go from the condos back to the hospital, or I can just go down to the church school and then cut over. Let's do that. I'll go down to the church to see what's there. That is an 8, which is... Roll on the minions. Double the numbers if you're in the gray. Okay, so minions. Before I do that, let's heal. She goes back up to 8. They all are back up. They're okay. Minions, roll a d8 and double the number. That's a 6. Number 6 is 2d6 grays. So I'll double this. 20 grays. Wow. All right, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I have a killer of grays on here, Blake and Riley. So if they kill any, I get points for that. All right. The grays are level 3 and armed with stunners. Okay. All right. So let's just wipe them out and get out of here. All right. Riley will ambush. He gets the +3 on his very first attack only. +3, that's a 9. 9 + 2 is 11. That gets rid of 3 of these guys. All right. Kara is +3. 2 + 3 is 5. That only gets rid of 1. Riley is +1. 2 + 1 is 3, so he kills 1, which means he gets a tally right here. And by the way, Blake killed 3 of them, right? Yeah. Blake killed 3. So let me put that down here. 1, 2, 3. He's killed 5. Riley's got 2. I probably have killed more. I just didn't start tracking this until later in the game. And then the doc steps up. He is +1, and he misses. All right. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 divided by 4 means they're all going to get attacked 3 times, and one will get attacked 4 times. So I will have the doc get attacked 4 times. Why? Because he's +2 armor. So he can automatically defend. A 1 + 2 is... No, you have to beat the 3. You have to beat a 4. So he's got to roll a 2 or higher, and he will have 4 attacking him. 2s or higher. 2, 2, 2, 5. So he is fine. Blake will have 4 attack. He's +1 defense, so he needs to roll a 3 or higher to defend. Does. Oh, man, awesome. All right. Kara needs to roll 3s or higher. Yes. So far, so good. And poor Riley needs to roll 3. Let's see, that was 4, 8, 12, +3 is 15. Yeah, so he rolls 3, and he needs to roll 3 or higher. He missed 1, so Riley goes down to 4. Okay. Time to do this. Kara steps up. +3. 1 plus... She kills 1. Woo! Blake, +1. That's 6. That kills 2. Riley steps up. He's +1. That's 7. 11. That kills 3 of them. They are now below their halfway mark, and they do not have a morale modification. So a 1 to 3, the rest of them run. And they do not, so I got to fight this out. All right, the doc steps up. He is +1, and by the way, he just killed 3 of them, so I need to write that down. 1, 2, 3. Now they're tied with 5. Doc, +1. 7. 13. 16. That's enough to kill 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 4 left. Everybody will take 1 attack. Let's do... Kara goes first. She needs to roll a 3 or higher. She does. Blake needs to roll a 3 or higher. He does. Doc needs to roll a 2 or higher. He does. And Riley needs to roll a 3 or higher. He does. Kara, +3. That's 5. That gets rid of 1. Blake is +1. 6 will kill 2. Riley is +1, and he does it. So he killed 2, and Riley killed 1. 1, 2, and 1. All right. And that was a minion, not a vermin. So I get another X here. And they are at the, was it the church or the school? They were at the church. School, there's just a 1 in 6 chance that there's an encounter. There is not. They move over to the restaurant, 1 in 6. There's not. They move to the cottages, 1 in 6. There is. All right. 1 in 6. Let's see what it is. Roll on the patrolling enemy. That is a 1. Vermin. All right, I'll take care of some vermin. Roll a d8. 7. Reptilian watchdog. 3d6. 7, 5. 12 of them. 12 watchdogs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Watchdogs are level 4. They may not perform stealth rolls. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's do... Blake will do his sneak attack first. Blake gets +3. 2 + 3 is 5. That takes care of one of them. Kara is +3. I'll re-roll that. 5 + 3 is 8. That knocks out 2 more. Riley is +1. Misses. And the Doc is +1 and misses. There are 6, 7, 8, 9. So everybody will take 9 would be 2, 4, 6. +3 is 9. So one will take 3. The others will take 2. I will have the Doc take the 3 attacks first. He needs to roll a... It's level 4, so he needs to roll a 3 or higher because he's got +2 defense. 3 or higher. He does, but he misses 1, so he's down to 5. Riley should have gone back up to full health. All right, Riley needs to roll 2 attacks. Riley is +1, so he needs to roll a 4 or higher. And he misses both, so he's down to 3. Kara is +1, so she needs to roll 4 or higher as well. She did on both of them. And Blake needs to roll 4 or higher, and he does. Blake steps up, +3. 4 + 3 is 7. That gets rid of 1 more. Kara steps up, +3. 6 gets rid of 1. Riley steps up, +1. Misses. Doc steps up, +1. And misses. 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. The 1 attack will be against Riley since he's got the lowest health. All right, so the 1 attack on Riley. Riley needs to roll a 4 or higher. He does not. He's down to 2 health. Wow. Actually, I should keep this here. He was at 4. Then he's at... No, he's at 2. That's right. He is at 2. Oh, boy. Okay. The Doc is being attacked by 2. He needs to roll a 3 or higher. He does. Kara needs to roll a 4 or higher. She misses on 1, so she takes a point of damage. And Blake needs a 4 or higher and misses, and he is down to 5. All right. We got to get these guys killed up. Blake steps up, +3. That's enough to kill 1. I just need 1 more dead, and then we'll make a morale roll. Kara steps up, +3. 5 + 3 is 8. That knocks out 2 more. Do they flee? On a 1 to 3, they do. They do not. Riley steps up. He's +1. He misses. And the Doc steps up. 6 + 1 is 7. 8. That's enough to knock out 2 more. Riley is not going to defend this time. Instead, it will be Kara and the Doc. Kara needs to make a 4 or higher. She does not. She's down to 6. And the Doc needs to make a 3 or higher, and he does. Kara steps up, +3. 6 plus 3 is 9, and that is enough to kill the last 2. It gets me an X, and the watchdogs are gone. I am here at the cottages. I moved to my safe house, and that is the end of that game. All right, this was excellent. All my characters are now level 3. Next game, I'm going to start using the scientist to try and make some like experimental weapons using some of the equipment that I've got. What else can I do? I will need to update the character sheet. Oh, I have a subplot and a mission. So I rolled the mission. I'll determine what the subplot is. It's the Madman. I'll read it and probably tackle that in the next game. I've got 5 minion checkboxes done. I've got a clue, and that is it for today's game. This is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me as I played another game of 4 Against Mars. If you like it and want it, check out the video description below. I'll put a link to where you can go get more information about it. I play this every Wednesday, so if you like it, come back next Wednesday and watch another episode. Until then, everyone, take care.